Namaskar and Adab to all my friends from your friend astrologer and guide Irfan, once more with you from your very own channel Astro Assurance. Welcome to the most comprehensive topics on Vedic astrology on this channel Astro Assurance, the most number of permutations and combinations, the most available information on Vedic astrology on any channel on YouTube. Now we have been doing a number of series, and I'm today starting a new series, which is the conjunction of the Lagna Lord with other different planets. I've already done the conjunction of the Lagna Lord with different house lords. We have also done conjunctions of planets with each other. For example, Mars with Sun, Sun with Jupiter, Jupiter with Rahu, and so on. So this particular series is very important for us to understand how the Lagna Lord, when it is in conjunction with different planets and in different signs and houses, what kind of manifestation it may bring to us. So first we will talk about the conjunction of the house lord in conjunction with the different planets, and then later on we will continue with the different permutations and combinations in different houses and signs as we go through our journey on Vedic astrology. So firstly, we are three in my house, me and my two boys, and each one of us have our own different conjunctions with the first house lord, and we have different flavors which we bring to our manifestation, our personalities, our characters. And I've also seen that the younger one is a teenager, so he has different combinations with his Lagna Lord. My elder one, he's on his way now, so he has different combinations with his Lagna Lord, with his first lord. So that flavor I have seen strongly manifesting right from the childhood when they were born till now when they have entered their teenagers and beyond. And so have I seen in number of close relatives that I have, friends that I have over last 3 to 4 decades, how when the Lagna Lord is in conjunction with different planets, what kind of results, what kind of flavors it may get into the results. Now this is very, very important. While we do other house lords with other planets later on, the Lagna Lord is very important in any situation, in any dignity, because the Lagna is our purpose of life or our approach towards the purpose of life, how we will be making our decisions in life, our health, our overall personality, our stature in society, how society looks at us, how we'll do our decision making, where we will derive our energy from. So when the Lagna Lord goes into any house, it is said that the Lagna Lord goes there to bring about the results of the Lagna. So that's why Lagna Lord's placement becomes very important. And whichever sign Lagna Lord gets placed in, it also derives its energies from that particular sign, and whichever house lord or planet it is in conjunction with, that planet will also bring in its own flavor to how the Lagna's objectives are achieved. And hence, when the Lagna Lord is in conjunction with different planets, whether it is Sun, Moon, Saturn, and so on, that planet will also bring in its own flavor to how the Lagna will achieve the life's purpose, different objectives, how it does its planning, how it does its decision making, and how society we will see that person because of the flavor that planet brings in. So let's jump in and understand how the Lagna Lord's conjunction with 9 other planets will bring about its own flavor. Now, if the Lagna Lord is one planet, it has to be in conjunction with other 8 planets, right? However, why I'm talking about all the 9 planets is because somebody's Lagna Lord may be Sun, somebody else's Lagna Lord may be Moon, somebody else's Lagna Lord may be Saturn. So that's why each one of us will be able to get, when the Lagna Lord is placed with 9 other planets, what is the energy it brings in to the manifestation of life goals, our personality, our dignity, our stature in society. Now when the Lagna Lord is placed in conjunction with the Sun, so this conjunction affects how the person thinks, how the person will take his or her decision, how one acts or takes actions, the person's status, the person's prestige, standing in society, and also his health and some red flags, some challenges in life. So when this conjunction happens, it also brings forth the personality of someone who likes to take the lead, who likes to take responsibility, and the zodiac also expects the person to be more responsible too. Now this person will not only take accountability for his or her action, but also will do that action with a lot of dignity, self-respect. Such a person will also have an artistic bent of mind to the way the person disseminates or looks at things, or will have an artistic bent of life because of the placement of the Lagna Lord with the Sun. However, this person can be easily swayed with power and influence if somebody gives him the greed of power and influence, because Sun is involved here, and the person wants to be seen by society as somebody who has power, who has influence, and who has great respect. So now, if the Sun is well placed, then the person will be able to carry out their responsibilities well and will also do it with a lot of dignity. But if the Sun is afflicted, say for example it's in debilitation, it's in inimical signs, then the person's ability to take ownership and grow in responsible position may be fraught with challenges. This may also affect the person's reputation and the ability to show humility. Sometimes the person may come across as very pompous and even arrogant. Now, which house the conjunction is also will play its own part. So based on how the conjunction is placed, which houses it is placed, what doshas it is in, and what signs it is in, it can give either high ability for the person to shine, to grow, to get authority, to get power, or it can also represent a relentless struggle that the person has to do to feel important, to get importance, and to gain authority, and to fulfill his or her responsibility. So Sun's conjunction with the Lagna Lord, with the first Lord, can either be a big boon or can also be a big challenge based on the dignity that the conjunction occurs in. Now, if the Lagna Lord or the first house Lord is in conjunction with Mercury, now since the first house is about how one thinks, acts, reacts, his or her status in society, their thought process, their life goals, their health, their reputation, and their challenges in life. So Mercury will now affect these areas based on the conjunction with the first Lord. Mercury will bring in a sense of tact, intellectual capacity, and the capability in the results of the first house. The person will show a very practical and very logical application to decision making, to their health, to their approach to different challenges, to life goals. So this person will think through their decisions. This person will also take time in analyzing different perspectives, different challenges, different opportunities before taking the decision. And this person will also try and take practical decisions and is ready to work hard at attaining results. This person will be humble and will not allow the need of false pride or status to cloud their decision making, and will do what seems to be more realistic and more reasonable and logical. The plans that the person make will also come out as thought through, more thorough, and there will also be very proper and concrete roadmap to what they want to achieve. And very rarely will they allow any sideshows to distract them from their plans and their objectives. Now, the dignity of Mercury will be playing a big part, whether this person is able to achieve their objectives and whether they are able to do it more logically and practically, and whether it is able to bring in a more positive or a more challenging dissemination to the conjunction of Mercury with the first house Lord. If Mercury is exalted, then the person will be able to get excellent results through his or her tact, intelligence, proper planning, and trying to do a more thorough job of their goals and their roadmap. If, however, Mercury is combusted, debilitated, afflicted, then the person will struggle with logic, with practical decision making, and a lot of decisions may later on turn to be more impractical or illogical or even purely ill-fated. So based on the house the conjunction occurs in, this will also have its own bearing on the results, and it may give better results in, for example, in the Lagna, in the third house, the fifth house, the sixth house, ninth house also to an extent, but it may give more challenging results, Mercury with Lagna Lord or first Lord, in the fourth house, the eighth and the 12th house, because in the 12th it gets debilitated in the sign of Pisces. If the conjunction is with Sun, as usually Mercury's conjunction is with the Sun, and if Mercury is not combusted, mind you, not too close in degrees with Sun, then Mercury may give excellent results. However, if it's with Jupiter, Moon, Saturn or Mars, then it may give tougher results. Now, if the first house Lord is conjunct with Venus, since the first house is about how a person thinks, acts, reacts, the person's prestige in society, the person's standing in society, their thought process, how they get results, how they achieve their life's goals, what kind of challenges they may have, what their reputation is. So Venus will affect all these results basis its conjunction with the first house lord. So Venus will bring in a component to like things that one wants to do. If one doesn't come to like an area in life or a profession or can't connect with that, then it is difficult for the person to do it well and with satisfaction. So this person will bring in high creativity, artistic approach, refinement and quality to most of the things that they want to do or most of the things they want to achieve. They will carry themselves well. This person will also be usually very well groomed and will be well spoken, will be articulate, and will have a sense of flair about them. Their plans will also be about more material side of life, the better things in life, the financial security, and the need to live it up. If Venus is in good dignity, it's exalted, it's an own sign, then good results, better results may also come forth. The person will be more successful both materialistically, financially, maybe in his or her relationship also. But if Venus is combusted, is debilitated, even retrograde, then the person may struggle to get better results or best results out of the quality of life and also in their relationship and partnerships. This conjunction of Venus with the Lagna Lord, the first Lord, may give better results in the Lagna, the second house, which is the natural house of Venus, in the fourth house, which Venus is the Karaka of, the fifth house, the house of artistic excellence, the seventh house, the house of relationship, and the 12th house where Venus gets exalted. But this may give you slightly challenging results in the sixth house, the eighth house, or even the ninth house. Ninth house because Jupiter rules the natural sign of Sagittarius, and Venus and Jupiter are inimical to each other. If the first house lord is friendly with Venus and forms a good yoga, then very good results will come by, especially if it's in good houses and signs that the conjunction occurs. Otherwise, there may be challenges. This is how the conjunction is occurring, whether it is with inimical planets, especially such as Rahu, Jupiter, Mars and Sun, then it may give more challenging. Now, if the first house lord is conjunct with the moon, so because the first house is about health, reputation, a person's standing in society, how the person thinks, how the person acts or reacts, their thought process, how they approach life, how they look at different perspectives in life, their life's purpose and so on. So moon will affect these results because of moon being in conjunction with the first house lord. So now this person, because of this conjunction, the person will feel that they should be able to relate to life's goals, whatever goals they are trying to make or planning to make, and they should have a plan of action to be able to attach themselves to the output. If they don't feel attached to that, because moon is about attachment, if they also don't feel emotionally connected to that, they don't feel a sense of attachment to what the life's goals are and how it will manifest, then for this person it is difficult to be able to move along that direction. So this person will have to have a feeling of that they're able to do something for the larger good and able to nurture, support others, nourish others through their contribution to their goals. These people will like to develop a strong empathy for the goals or the tasks on hand so that they are able to do better. So generally this person will be high on empathy, high on emotional perspective on different aspects of life and not only one area. And usually this person will also come across as somebody who is very emotional in how they connect with areas, how they have relationship with others and the output in life, and in different areas and different facets in life for this person. So if the moon is in good dignity, either it's exalted or it's in own sign or in friendly sign, then this person can get excellent results to the ability to be able to connect, to be able to attach themselves with different areas, different goals in life, because they have developed an empathy for that area. Also they can make good assets because of this conjunction, especially if it's in good dignity. But if moon is not in good dignity, then emotional challenges, issues, breakdowns, or at least frustrations, fears, anxieties may guide how this person will take their decisions and how they live their lives. This conjunction can give very good results in the Lagna, in the second house, in the fourth house, in the fifth house, in the ninth house, which are Sagittarius energies where moon is well placed in, also in the 11th house, because 11th house is also about societal causes and moon wants to do something for societal causes. But it may be slightly more challenging in the 3rd house, in the 6th house, in the 8th house, and even the 10th house, because in the 10th house we don't want too much of an emotional perspective, but we want more of a logical, practical perspective, because it is about your karma, because it is about a career, unless it is about some societal connection that we are doing in terms of nurturing and nourishing others, or our work gets connected to more nurturing, nourishing kind of roles. However, if the 1st house lord is friendly with moon or makes a strong yoga, like say for example the Gajkesari yoga or the Chandramangal yoga, then fantastic results can come to this individual in various different areas of life. A life of dignity, high creativity, large assets, big assets can come to this person if the conjunction occurs in good houses and good signs. Now, if the 1st house lord is conjunct with Mars, because the 1st house is about life's goals, health, reputation, standing in society, how the person acts, how the person's thought processes, what the status in society is, life challenges and so on. So Mars will affect these areas basis the conjunction with the 1st house lord. Now Mars always gives a sense of urgency, goal orientation to the person, and most of life decision there will always be sense of action, activity, sense of purpose and achievement. A person wants to achieve those even at any cost. So sometimes because the 1st house lord, Lagna lord, is in conjunction with Mars, this person may come across as a bit impatient, aggressive, quarrelsome too. So this person can come across as somebody who has a strong fighting spirit but a strong go-getter and has high willpower and motivation to succeed. This person is generally seen by other people as a person of action and achievement. So if Mars is in good dignity, such as being exalted or in being in own sign or a friendly sign, then there is good achievements, maybe even high achievement for the person, and this person has an ability to take big high pressures and will achieve against all odds and has a killer instinct to overcome all kinds of challenges. But if Mars is debilitated, combusted, retrograde, is in inimical signs, then the person may either be too timid, sometimes be too argumentative on the other side of the spectrum, and sometimes may lead a purposeless life rather than purposeful life, and may not be able to find a proper purpose, and sometimes this person may wander aimlessly because of not being able to clutch onto a right purposeful goal. This person may come across as sometimes unfriendly and may not have many friends, but though the person may have well-wishers because they can emotionally understand the person's challenges, what the person is going through. Now, if the conjunction occurs in good houses, for example in the Lagna, in the 3rd house, in the 5th, 6th, even the 8th house, where Mars has the natural tendency because of his ruling the Scorpio sign, or 9th house which has fiery energies, or the 10th house where Mars usually gets exalted in the Capricorn sign, then the person may have good results. However, this may not give such good results. This conjunction with Mars with the Lagna lord in the 2nd house, 4th house, 7th house, and to some extent even challenges may come in the 12th house. If Mars is friendly to the Lagna lord or makes a good conjunction or yoga, such as it makes a good yoga with the sun, with the moon, with Jupiter, then fantastic results may come, and this person will have a life full of achievement. One after the other achievements will come to this person, especially if the conjunction is occurring in good houses, good signs. Now, if the 1st house lord is conjunct with Jupiter, now since the 1st house is about dignity of the person, standing in society, their health, their reputation, how the person will think, how the person will act, their life goals, how they will make their life goals, plans, and because Jupiter is involved here, so Jupiter will affect all these results basis because it is being conjunct with the 1st house lord. Now Jupiter brings in wisdom, a learned approach, expansion, positivity, prosperity, and abundance to different areas and different approaches in life. So this will also bring in that approach because of being with the Lagna lord, being wise, being learned, being positive, expansion and abundance. However, the person may also try to acquire knowledge in their pursuit and will be seen as learned, very respected, and also very knowledgeable. And this person will always try to use their education and their life's experiences to define what their goals are. because Jupiter is in conjunction with the first house lord. The person will also chalk out milestones, what they want to achieve very wisely with a strategy, and will think how I can contribute more with my expertise, with my learning also. This person will try and attain expertise at least in one area of life and will keep upgrading those skills to better and refine their skills through their continued efforts. This person will not only be seen as an expert by general people, but also even as an industry leader or even guru, or even as a guru if Jupiter is well placed. If Jupiter is in good dignity, such as in exaltation or in own sign or friendly sign, then very high prosperity, high abundance can come to this person. This person may get high knowledge, and high respect will touch the feet of this person. This person can be hugely sought after as an expert and as a learned guru. If the conjunction occurs, for example, in the second house, the fourth house, the fifth house, the lagna, the ninth house, or even the 12th house, then the person may get very good results. But the conjunction may run into some rough weather if it happens in the third, the sixth, the eighth, or the 10th houses. 10th house, because Jupiter gets debilitated in the sign of Capricorn. If Jupiter is friendly to the first lord, to the lagna lord, then it can bring the native lot of riches, prosperity, lot of acclaim, lot of adulation and respect, especially if it's in good signs and good houses. Now, if the first house lord is conjunct with Saturn, now because the first house is about dignity of the person, status in society, their health, their perspective to different life goals, what their purpose of life will be, how they will attain those life goals, and what their health will be, what their reputation will be. So Saturn will bring in its own flavor to these results in life. So Saturn will bring in an organized approach to the person, to different areas of life, different facets of life, and this person will never seem to be in a hurry to get somewhere, but will act with a lot of patience. The person will generally be very disciplined in their approach and will follow a lot of structure, will follow rules and regulations, will respect authority, and will also be loyal and committed. This person, even in the face of most challenges, will persevere and will slog it out for the long haul. This person will be very appreciative of others, will be very helpful to others, will be a team player, and will try to bring in stability to life first as a milestone and riches later. If Saturn is in good dignity, such as being in exaltation sign, in own sign, in friendly sign, maybe in good yogas or in friendly sign, then the person through sheer hard work and patience and perseverance will ultimately get very high success and stability. This person will also rise through sheer hard work and dedication and the ability to form connections and relations and to come across as a strong team player with others. This conjunction can give very good results. Saturn with the first house lord in the third house, the 8th house, 6th house, 10th house, and even the 11th house, while it may give some troublesome results and not so good results in the lagna, 2nd house, and the 4th house. If the first house lord is friendly to Saturn, forms a good yoga, say for example the Dharma Karma Dipati yoga, and it is in good signs and houses, then it can give fantastic results and stable results, though sought after through hard work and over a period of time. Now, if the first house lord is conjunct with Rahu, so in all areas of life, whether it is about the status in life, dignity, respect of others, how they make their life goals, what their purpose of life is, how their health will be, what their challenges in life will be, all these areas will be affected because Rahu is in conjunction with the first house lord. Now Rahu brings in a strong urgency, huge ambition and hunger and even greed to attaining good results. So the person chases prestige, chases stature, chases wealth, and wants a good quality, high quality of life. And the person may not hesitate sometimes to use tact or even manipulation if need be to get what he or she wants. This person's high ambition will be coupled with a lot of shrewdness and a very clever approach to work and smart work rather than hard work, and a cleverness will also add to the output which form the basis of the person's plans and actions, ultimate success. The person will leave no stone unturned to get to the pinnacle of success with this combination with Rahu along with the first house lord. So this person will always try to use their intelligence and cleverness and tact and diplomacy and manipulation to get their way. But if Rahu is in good dignity, such as not being in a Guru Chandal dosha, not being in a Shrapit dosha, and in better signs where it gives slightly better results, such as in Taurus or in Virgo or in Aquarius or even Pisces, then it can bring huge name, fame, riches, high stature, high power and influence. However, if it's in bad dignity and if it's in bad dosha, like the Shrapit dosha we talked about, or with the first house lord, then it can bring the person a lot of bad reputation also, and can bring the person to their knees, bring a big downfall also, sudden downfall from the heights. This person can quickly come down to the very pits very quickly. This person may be left with nobody even wanting to touch the person if big reputation is spoiled down and brings bad disrepute. Especially if Rahu is with malefics, and if it's an unfriendly sign, such as if it's with Aries or in Cancer or in Scorpio, and in the Lagna or in the other houses, like such as the 4th house, 8th or the 12th houses, especially in bad dignity, then it can bring more challenges. However, if the first house lord is with Ketu, then Ketu will affect the results of the first house, how the person will be seen in society, their dignity, how they look at health, how they look at life goals, how they look at the challenges, and how they look at how their life goals will go on and how they act and plan for the life goals. Now, Ketu makes the person think twice before taking any decision, especially long term, and will think how much hard work I need to put in. Do I really need to take it? Because what is Ketu? You have been already there, you have been done that. You have already achieved those results. So this person will think hard before making any plans, and sometimes the plans are either not too aggressive or too unrealistic to be able to achieve. Sometimes the plan may come across as too ordinary and even aimless. So many a time this person may want to achieve high success, but doesn't know or understand how to go about it, how to plan for it, how to make life goals, making a very concrete plan to go about with a lot of action and aggressiveness. Many a times, after trying many times, this person may tend to give up in the end because the person has failed so many times. Ketu is negating the results of high achievement. But if the person has other good placements and good luck, then the person, through sheer good luck, may do very well in spite of Ketu being in conjunction with the first house lord. However, if the person decides that they want to dedicate their life to a greater cause than themselves, they want to serve the masses, they want to serve the multitude, they want to have a life of servitude, dedication, and without thinking so much about material gains, riches, quality of life, then sometimes high success does come to them as if there is an invisible force which is helping them and guiding them. If Ketu is placed in friendly signs, such as for example in Scorpio, which it naturally rules along or co-rules along with Mars, or in Capricorn or in Aquarius, or even in Pisces where it does very well, then the life will be less troublesome and better results may come. Especially in houses such as, for example, in the 3rd house, the 6th house, 8th house and the 11th or the 12th house, it may do slightly better, but not so very well in the 1st house, especially not so very well with Sun or Moon. Then very good results may not come to the native, and untold success may not come to the person. However, if the zodiac decides, because of the person's selflessness, and if Ketu is placed in good signs, in good houses, the houses which I mentioned, then because of dedication to larger causes, big success may still come to the person, and failures and roadblocks may be much fewer. So friends, now that we have talked about how the first house lord's conjunctions with different planets may work out, how they may work out because of the dignity they are in, what signs they are in, which houses they are in, please do check if your Lagna lord, if your first house lord is in conjunction with any planet, and check if it's in doshas, in some good yogas, in what houses it is in, what dignity it is in which signs it is in, because all these will come together to form a potpourri of either excellent results or maybe even challenges. So friends, like this video, share this video, and if you're looking for a personal consultation from me, please reach out to me at the link given below. Till some other time with some other video, this is your friend, astrologer and guide Irfan signing off. Ciao.